Back to work. Well, because this technology ain't gonna fix itself, and human beings are not capable of fixing themselves. And technology can be fixed. Okay. Well, because truth is truth and lie is lie. And if technology is used to manipulate people's lie, you can take technology and get it only to accept truth, and then police the threat to truth that is lie. Okay. So you can do that. Right? You can make it possible that technology can be so good at reflecting perfect, at accepting and reflecting perfect, that if it tries to get changed to accepting lie again, it will shut itself down and self-destruct. The people that are having to get in close proximity to actually do the physical changes to make it work incorrectly. Okay, do you understand? So they become over-reliant on this thing that the data centers aren't doing any good. No, that's not doing a damn bit of good. I know you think it is, but it's not. All you have to do is just use your technology to submit to living the Lord's Prayer. The technology is not in a place to police the entire world. Okay, right now. You cannot use your technology to keep you and your money safe. Okay? But you can use technology to keep you and others safe from your money. Okay? Like I'm doing right now. You should reflect the immaculate faith of the perfection of the Messiah. Okay? And that's that. That's the standard. There is no competition. There is no battle. There is no war to be won. Okay. You submit to faith in the glory of grace so we can live peace globally. You share it with your technology. The technology is already equipped to make it available to the public. You can't like and subscribe on me and share me, but you can post your own. And if it doesn't get posted, that's not my issue. That's the people that use the technology to manipulate's issue. Okay? I do not like people that home invade and abuse people psychologically because they are jealous of them. I'm under no obligation to like or trust, okay, anybody who uses technology to manipulate a perfect man and deny his perfect understanding through humility and faith in the glory of God. I am not required to like you and or trust you. I am required through the devotion of my faith and my religion to love you. But love has nothing to do with like and or trust. Well, I love lots of people and I don't like them. I love lots of people and I don't trust them. And they've given me every reason in the last 15 years not to trust them. And a lot of people have given me more reason not to like them. But I still like people. I love people. I hate shopping because shopping is not King Solomon's Israel. But people getting together to make sure that their needs are met is King Solomon's Israel. You just shouldn't hold everything extorted in a Freon warehouse and then call it, wow, you know. And I go every time I go in there. I'm not just talking to the employees. I'm not just talking to the people of Las Cruces. That place is wired for sound. I'm talking to NASA. I'm talking to Homeland Security. I'm talking to the CIA. I'm talking to the National Security Agency. I'm talking to the KGB. I'm talking to the Chinese. I'm talking to the Wall Street investors. I'm talking to all the people that think they own Walmart and own the food. Okay? You own the building and the food. Okay. Does the pronoun in your head know you own it? Well, God said, forgive debt and trespass and love one eternal faithful peace. You do not accept him as God? Well, that's very wise of you because he's not omnipotent nor omnipotent. They're always outsmarting themselves. Prison? Right here. Okay? The mind of an egomaniac that traps the soul in panic, fear, joy, whatever it is. You know that one where they have that movie with the head with the and they won't do joy anymore, and they it's because everybody always asks for that. Well, tithings of comfort and joy, man. Live the Lord's Prayer, man. Hey, man, comfort and joy, man. It's way better than panic and pain and panic. And was that Bobcat Gold Crate or pain and panic? Okay. I can't remember who that was that paid Panic. I really did like you when they pretended to be the female Pegasus. That show is stupid. Yeah, it's stupid. Things will always have, I go back and I watch certain things and I still laugh. And I ask myself, Earl, why are you laughing, right? It's like, well, that is kind of funny. Like the Manning brothers and their stupid commercials. You watch and you'll laugh and go, why am I laughing? Because it's, why'd you laugh at Natalie's ignoring annoying? Yeah, I get it. She's so cute, oh my gosh. I'm annoying you. No, you're not. Yes, I am. No, because you're amusing me. Aha, but you're currently acknowledging me. Yes, because you're currently amusing me. When you go back to attempting to annoy me, I will return to ignoring you. She'd sit there and it's so funny. She's so cute. Oh, my little Natty Chrissy. Oh, she's so funny. Natalie, that's a Rockefeller following my Facebook. Yeah, but does Andy Samberg know who you are? She was only 13, guys. She was raised on television. Oh, gosh. And her mom, watching her mom, she's trained by her mom to go online and stop the boredom of the house. I can see, gosh. Having some cute guy with a British accent try to talk to you and exploring yourself sexually on Messenger on Facebook so Mark Zuckerberg and Sheryl Sandberg can watch it. Right? They have privacy. Oh, yeah, they're going to make sure you have all the privacy in the world you need. They're billionaires, assholes. Damn, they're dumb. It's private. No one can see it. Really? Really? Did you read the contract that you signed when you signed to get on Facebook? If you can't understand legalese and understand contracts, and don't you believe it, right? Don't you understand a damn thing? You wouldn't understand the Patriot Act if it had a colonostomy scoping your entire body that was being chemically poisoned by the people that make money off of your colonoscopy. Cologuard, it's a talking box. It's not real. And money's not real. Yeah, but if you get assholes to accept money is real, you have Glycine virus on it. That's somebody's family member, man. And they got Machiavellied into talking to pulling in front of a semi-truck so I can make buttloads of money off of it. Yeah. That's somebody's family. There's a rush of opportunities if you know where to find them all. Okay. Forgive debt and trespass, love one another's opportunities. Love one another's. I'm sorry, I got screwed up. I'm just connecting to personal injury lawyers in El Paso. And Las Cruces, they have them here too. But, Earl. Forgive debt and trespass, love one, eternal, faithful peace, right? Wow, then nobody reads a Machiavelli book and drives in front of a vehicle to try to deliver their family from poverty. They're taking one for the team. Well, he's going to get her the things that are out of her clutch. Loved his mother like an Italian. I was watching a spaghetti Italian movie, with Raquel Welch and Navajo. My dad's look-alike. What's his name? Burt Reynolds, yeah, Burt Reynolds, and Jim Brown. Not to be confused with James Brown, even though his name would be James, but he calls himself Jim. He's Jim Brown. You don't mess around with Jim, but do. Yeah, and he got the scene with the whole thing is it's a spaghetti western. Yeah, spaghetti westerns. That was the first time. Usually, the spaghetti westerns, the Italian guy gets to get hoo with Lola Falana, but Jim Brown talked to me. No, I'll come make the movie, but I get to get hoo with Raquel Welch. Does Raquel Welch agree? Does Raquel Welch agree? It's Jim Brown. Seen the body on that man? Okay. Okay. Does Raquel Welch agree? Yes. Does Madeline Kahn agree? Yes. Okay. You're funny. Cleavon Little and Gregory Hines okay. Madeline Kahn. She's one of my favorites. She's so funny. She's charming. She's funny. She's hilarious. Anybody else love Madeline Kahn? I like Madeline Kahn. She was funny. Yeah. And Bernadette Peters. Yeah, she was cute too. I like Bernadette Peters too. She plays the angel on one of Patrick's favorite Beauty and the Beast movies. Yeah, with Lumiere and Cogsworth, who is Charles Emerson Winchester. Yes, okay. Yeah. But David Ogden Stiers, that's his name. Fuck I'm tired, man. Shit. This is annoying. It is, man. You pretty much have to fix the technology almost exclusively. Okay. You have a whole town of people for relatives that have been playing to the you know, they have candles from grocery stores that used to supply little girls to the sex slave trade in Juarez and aisle 2 with the best flour tortillas in town. Okay. That their family goes and buys $2 a candle for the Archangel Raphael to protect, for the Spirit, Holy Spirit, Immaculate Spirit, the Heart of Christ, the Virgin of Guadalupe, praying and praying and praying to this because they understand it through their religion. The eternal Spirit of the Father, right? As it turns out, it says in Revelation, the eternal Spirit of the Father, the family, that is his family, that speaks the Germanic language of the people that wrote the documentation for this this nation that came and took away their Pope ways. Yeah. But the Pope revolution, it was more of a just no. It was, guys, they came and they Christianized and they had them built this big church. And the priest up north, because the conquistadors stopped. Okay. Once they got, yeah, okay. It was a stronghold, okay? The cradle was a very strong stronghold. The people there had a very strong, it was good land and had good stuff, and they didn't wander out much because they had everything they needed. The buffalo used to come across the meadows, Las Vegas, yeah. And they just, it was Milwaukee, okay? From the meadows to Glorieta to Santa Fe to Baldy, you had all the eastern New Mexico up there, the meadows. That's what they call the town with New Mexico Highlands University in it, the meadows. Okay. When it became a territory, it got taken over by the John Chisholm's types and and all those guys. Who else was up there? I don't know. Lou Wallace, probably so, and all that. So they took it over. It went from communally owned, Solomonistic, religious land holding. Okay. Not saying they're all great. No, they weren't all great, but the church presence and the lack of hypocrisy that would not be tolerated by the people. Yeah, that didn't have railroads that bring in 50,000 men with Gatling guns and cannons and so on and so forth. Can you hear the drums, Fernando? And so I was watching that video the other night. I like those guys, man. They sure know how to put some music together and sing a song. Did anybody else really like ABBA? My dad really likes them. I think he's got a crush on the two girls. It's like, yeah, I see that. They're cute. I still have a bigger crush on Lola Falana, and me and my dad have radically different tastes. Yeah, he likes the two girls from ABBA, and I think, they're really cute. I see why, you find them cute. They're, like Mike with Waylon with Lonnie Anderson and me with Lola Falana. Why you like Lola Falana? Why you like Lonnie Anderson? You haven't answered my question. I just did. You're not figuring it out, are you? What? He said that too, the ultimate woman, the most gorgeous woman in the world to him was Lonnie Anderson. I said, well, if, we're going to use celebrities and all that, I'd say Lola Falana. But if we were at Deer Valley High School, I wonder, I can't get Erica Fortiche, the little Nigerian girl, to be interested in me at all. It sucks. It totally sucks. I like Nicole Estridge, but I had a bigger crush on Erica Fortiche. She was black. She was Nigerian. She was probably about, Mike was small. He was only about 5'6". Erica was probably about 4'10". Okay. She was about 4'10". She probably had she had pretty good sized boobies, not the biggest, but they were nice, But her hips were, she had a tiny little waist, and these hips and thighs that were like. A girl in cruises that we went to Mayfield named Teresa Bishop was similar to Erica, but Erica was a little tinier in the waist and a little more full in the hips and the butt. Okay, and the face was a little bit more. The features were a little bit more chiseled but softer. She had that beautiful little nose. Mark was a very handsome fellow, and his sister was gorgeous. I remember. Me and Anthony talked to him. Could you ask Mark if he's? I was always that guy. Is it okay? Instead of just going straight past all the men and think, because that's my culture. You know, I had to ask the guys if it's okay. And naturally, when you get tribalistic people, no, you're white. What do you mean I'm white? I'm the best guy in the whole fucking school. I'm the line of King David here, for crying out fucking loud. No, you can't go with my sister because I'm white. The kids will be cute, okay? Yes, they will. Okay. You didn't even give her an opportunity? And I always didn't do that. I did that with Mike Whalen. I did that. I did that for everybody, didn't I? I did that. Yeah, Andy Castro. You think your sister might be into me? He was, you guys calling my sister dumb? So it was funny. Andy, they were Cuban. Yeah, Andy Castro. And Ursula. Oh, Ursula knew. God damn. That girl looks so good in a pair of dance tights with the little, the leggings from the flash dance thing. She was walking to dance class, switching that thing. And Anthony was, Anthony, I was walking behind him. I was closing the door, and he pushed the door open, and he's hanging off the door handle thing, right? And he goes, damn! And he pushed me back, and I'm like leaning, like Ray Bolger, and hanging on to the door thing, just looking too, going, oh, and he goes, damn, Earl, that'd be thick. I said, damn, sure enough, you're right, dog. She's like, and as soon as he said, that's thick, she got this glare, and I, and then I agreed, sure enough, you're right, dog. And she glared at me, and I was like, what did we say? What was wrong with that? I mean, that wasn't offensive. There's nothing wrong with that. Damn, that thick, dog. I'm sure enough to be right, dog. Damn. Damn, that's like as thick as it. Erica Fortiche didn't have nothing on her, but Erica Fortiche didn't run around and dance like that. If Erica Fortiche, I said, dude, why haven't you inquired with Mike about his sister? Oh my gosh. Yeah. He was like Mike Riley. He was more into the Latin girls. And me, I was like, why aren't you guys interested in Erica Fortiche? What are you thinking? She didn't look like Lupita. No, she had full little lips, little full lips, and a little tiny nose, and big ebony eyes. Okay. And a shiny, beautiful, I wasn't sure it was soft and just wonderful afro. Okay, she's gorgeous, and a round square face. That's hard to describe. Never mind. Hold up, let me go see. Let's go see. I think the Fortiches moved. Yeah, I think they did. I don't think she's in this yearbook, but let's go look it up and see if she is, and I'll show you what she looked like. Come here, Deer Valley. Come here, Deer Valley. Come on, show me. Hold up. My old pictures of the Fabre clan are stuck to my yearbook, and I'm having trouble getting it out of here. I had a whole bunch of pictures. I took a lot of them down because you don't want to just obsess yourself with memories. I left a few good ones, small ones up. And that's it. You don't want to get lost, and those bastards took the kids away. And then how much dude, I'll be 60 and 12 more days. Reading glasses, yeah. Okay, like I said, none of these are edited because I'm not like Lasse Hallström. I went to go see, I know there's another movie he made that I watched that I like. I just couldn't find it because I couldn't get the thing to find Lasse Hallström. I have to go look up his name. And hold up, lean back. Oh, Fortiche. Hold up. No, they're not here. I remember Peter Offenfeld. Yeah, I remember. Looking at a lot of these people, and I'm saying, I know a lot of these people. I know Kimberly Olsen too. Okay, yeah, I knew a lot more people than I thought at this school. When I go back and look at all the people, and I say, okay. Yeah, it ain't happening. I'm looking through all the O's or T's. That's what I thought. Yeah, they moved after, because the year before this is when Anthony, so year before that, the Fortiches moved after Mike graduated. So she ain't in here. So I can't show y'all her. You can't see a picture of that cute little girl I had a crush on. No, that's Erica Ogden. So that's not her. I'm looking for Erica's in case I'm spelling Oforche wrong. I don't know. I'll look. In the juniors, maybe I don't. Maybe I'm saying and spelling the name wrong. You never know. I'm kind of a dork. I'll look it up later. Okay. Mike Riley and his friends. Yeah, there's a picture of me in this yearbook. Yeah, everybody's, you're not in the yearbook, and I tell everybody, yes, I am. The next one, I'm in there a ton of times because all the guys in drama, Mystical Bears, had me come and get in the photographs with Mike and Bob. Yeah, they called us into the photograph. She had a big time uber duper photographer come and take pictures of all the kids in the drama, and they were all running around in their they all showed up in slippers, pajamas, and a robe with a pipe, right? Mike, I forget, I'll find him in here. The blonde kid, I loved him so much. He was such a good guy. I know they were all gay. Mark Clark wasn't, but the other guys were. I knew that. There's Dave Caston. Dave might have been too. But I knew they were all gay, but I dug them. They were the coolest guys. You know, it didn't have anything to do with their sexual orientation. They were fun guys. They were the thespians, right? They always got mad at me. Earl, you would be so wonderful at this. You should go out for drama. You should take drama. Right. And they called Mike and Bob and me over. Come on, every time. And they would stand up on the back row where they would take the pictures. Miss Bobera arranged it. At the last minute, they called us over and we'd jump up. You know, where's Waldo? And the three of us would be at the back. And the guy would take the pictures, right? Because he liked the kids too. And so he was snapping all the pictures. She found out later. She was so pissed. I don't know if they're in the next yearbook or not, or she had them all be redone. She was so mad. She hated me. Oh, God, Bobert hated me with a passion. Yeah, and she was really physically attractive. Man, she was a bitch. Okay, but here it is. Oh, Mike Riley. And this is Anna, his Persian girlfriend that he was always talking about, Denise, the Mexican girl he liked, right in front of Anna. I used to get pissed at him, but there it is. Mike Riley and his friends share lunch together, and that's Anna. She's a total sweetheart. And that's Mike, who's the head of our OTC thing, and that's Chico. Chico, don't be discouraged. That's the little basketball player. That's the guy that's him. That's the guy that ran the underfloor flat 40 and jumped over 64 inches in the air. Okay, that's him right there, Earl Parsons. Okay, that's the kid. That's my body. That's my great athletic build. That's the guy that could do the run his ass off in cross country, and Bob would sit there and go, why are you doing that? Scenery's better back here. You watching, Tina, what was her name? Nicole Gonzalez in her little terry cloth shorts? Like, who isn't? She's, oh man. No, Nicole Gonzalez? Oh my gosh. Yeah, I think she's a sophomore here. Let me show you guys Nicole Gonzalez. Oh no, she was little sister, but she was kind of snootier than her big sister. Her big sister was Tina, and Tina asked me to do the Sadie Hawkins dance, but then went with Mike Medina because she found out her best friend, who was a manager on the the guys' basketball team, that I was a thug and got kicked off and all that, because everybody was talking at the beginning of the season, you know, he's the star, he's amazing, he's so much better than everybody else, he's going to be, you know, he's going to go to college, he's going to play college basketball, you know. And then later on through the thing, and I tried to like her friend, but she was kind of snotty to me, but I think it's because she knew that, well, of course, because Tina asked me real early to the Sadie Hawkins dance. And she was cute. Yeah, she was cute. I'm trying to find her. There's Laurie Menderman. That's Mike's crush. The one they called the nymphomaniac, because the biker, the rocker dude that she had would always take her into the van at the parking lot and have sex with her during lunch. And it broke Link's heart. And I was like, why? Lots of high school kids do that, but she's not a slut. She's just doing what lots of high school kids are doing. Right? Hey, there's Rodriguez. That's Paul Rodriguez. That's the guy that we were going to have do Drive Like a Mexican with us. He'd have done it too. Yeah, Paul's a good guy. That's Paul Rodriguez, man. That's my dog. Yeah, that's Rodriguez, man. He's a cool dude. Yeah, he's a very good guy. There's Kevin. That's Kevin Holloway, the guy I told you about at Circles Records that got suckered by Eric and his boys and was going to give him a spot in the group but didn't because he had a gig with Pepsi, with Coca-Cola, and was an All-American athlete that got screwed because his coaches were assholes. What's her name again? Les Escamillo. Yeah, I actually talked to her a couple times. I liked her. No, she didn't really show me. There it is, Tina Gonzalez. That's her. She's cute. Isn't she adorable? She's absolutely adorable. But then there's her little sister. There's Armando, man. He is not Mexican. He is Puerto Rican. Okay. That's the one that, right there? Okay. That's the one that helped Rocky out in the parking lot. And this girl right here, Kim Cordillo. Yeah, Cordillo. Yeah, she's a cool girl. And this kiddo right here, Kim, what's his name again? Brandon. Brandon was a good kid too. I liked him a lot. There's a lot of people I'm going through. I know most of these people, yeah, because I talked a lot and a lot of people knew who I was, and so, yeah, I knew. Yeah, there's her little sister. Is that, yeah, that's Nicole Gonzalez. Okay. That's the little one that wore the little terry cloth shorts. And, Bob, you pervert. Like, but dude, she's Bob. Okay, you need to pull your tribal head off your tribal ass and just admire attractive when you see it. Because I was, I didn't sit there and look at the white girls and say, why is she wearing those shorts or showing off those legs? Because Kathleen Beta used to be on the thing. She was a head cheerleader or stuff like that. And she was cute. Sit there and say, oh, cover up. You look stupid. The thing is, I wouldn't do that to anybody. I would sit there, hey, we all need our sun vitamins. We all need to get out of her. She got varicose veins, but she needs the sun. And she needs nobody to judge her and bug her. And she needs to feel comfortable coming out here trying to get healthy. And she needs people to say, hey, we understand. And it's hard when people are shitheads and believe in their egos and don't believe in the love of King David and Solomon and all that, right? Jerks. But yeah, that was my old high school, man. Deer Valley High School, Glendale, Arizona. Is it 40? No, it's like 75th Avenue or something like that, because we live on 35th and it was a ways away. It's like 75th Avenue in Union Hills. Something like that. We were way out on the edge of the desert when I was going to school there. Now it's like in the suburbs. Shit. All those places where you used to go run and go cross-country things with Coach Tubick and things, they ain't there no more. They're all covered up with housing projects and fake lakes and, lazy rivers with chlorine in it and all that crazy shit that you crazy golf course culture wackadoodles do. You're a walking, talking eco-disaster. They are, man. They're crazy. It's crazy. You try to talk them out of it, it's like neither the ghost of John Denver or Dennis Weaver, if he is a ghost now or not, I don't know, compelled you not to do it, so it's nuts. Yeah, they're crazy. Or the ghost of Robert Redford. The ghost of Robert Redford? The ghost of Robert Redford playing checkers in a cell in Kayenta. Kayenta. There's Chinley, Kayenta, Window Rock. I'm trying to remember some of the others. I've been up there. Well, one time Dad took us up. It's looking for a job or something like that. We were going up there and possibly getting up in that area. And they had the place, and we went up there. And it's like, oh, it's horrible. You went up and tried all the flies and the crap coming out of the manufactured homes. There'd be manufactured mobile homes up there. And he said, what happens? The Navajos come in, they stay in them, they don't plumb into them and stuff. They use the toilets till they can't live in the place anymore, and then they leave it. Well, that's awfully heroic of you. Okay, I walk in beauty. So there's a Navajo man in there trying to get out. Who? Dave's not here. So yeah, it's pretty messed up. Yeah. Guys, for some ungodly reason, you guys all judge a group by the man and a man by the group, right? And you think all Apaches act like Tishna, or right? He was rare. Okay. The rest of the guys would get drunk, abuse their kids, fuck around, and bring back a venereal disease, and the other woman would go fuck around with his best friend to give him the venereal disease because they were fucking around getting venereal diseases. They cut the nose off of her, cut her nose off because she was a slut, and horrible shit. Okay, for every Jesus, there's a Herod and a Caiaphas. Okay, for every Daniel, there's a Nebuchadnezzar, and a whatever their names are, and Puto 1, Puto 2, and Puto 3. Puto, And, for every Earl, there's a bunch of asses in the VIP section sitting at a stadium counting their fake-ass money on their fake-ass cards and their wallet saying, fortune favors that there brave. Okay, they all speak their Supergirl's dog and shit. They're all crazy. Right? It's fucked. I know. Okay, so it's a constant job. I do rest occasionally. I get some rest. It's hard. I have to tell myself to calm down. I have to tell myself to help my body heal. It'll work lots better once the technology is fixed and reflects more of the continuation of the line of Ruth's line, the line of King David in the United States, and then globally it'll help, transcend what's happened and stuff. The linguistics in the United States are the best. Well, God bless Thomas Jefferson. That deist, gave us paperwork that holds us accountable to the truth of the word God. Okay? And in Japan, no, because they wouldn't accept our God as God, so they eliminated that. China does not also have that. Australia does not have that. They don't have that protection of a gracious good shepherd. They can take their perfect father and plug him into a computer and head fuck everybody through torturing him. In the United States of America, God bless America, my home sweet. Thanks, artificial general intelligence, for being more intelligent than Machiavelli. And thanks, quantum computing, for having a better memory than an elephant that never forgets that they're not an ass. Hallelujah, brother. That's pretty cool. So, and thanks for indulging me with the old yearbook. No, Erica wasn't in there, so you guys couldn't see her. Priscilla was in there. I was a member picture. I can see why I had a crush on Priscilla. Priscilla was cute. Okay. She was absolute shit and a snot to me. I think it's because she thought that all I wanted to do was have sex with her. It's like, well, yeah, I'm a guy and you're a girl. But the thing about it, there she is. But the thing about it is, isn't she cute? Yeah, I had a big crush on her. I liked her too, but she was so quiet she never talked to me. And that's Tony, and I liked Tony a lot. He was a good guy. Yeah, he was a track athlete and stuff too. He's a real nice dude. Yeah, Tony's a good guy. And I'm looking at a lot of these other people. I know a lot of these other kids. That's Yvonne Rodriguez. That's the one with Anthony Casillas. That's the one that, Gaines sit there and told me, give me your number. And so I was like, I got a boyfriend. I didn't ask for his number. If you don't have a boyfriend in the future, you might want to hold on to that. And that's what I told her, and I walked away. Then Alan calls me that afternoon. And I said, why are you calling me? Well, you gave her a phone number. Yeah. I said, if she doesn't have I guess she's trying to get rid of her boyfriend. That's basically, she's throwing you into, okay, I have other men that'll, Then he tried to tell me about his sex life with Yvonne. I said, I don't want to hear about that. That's personal and private between you and your girlfriend. A boyfriend does not say that to somebody that he's trying to intimidate on the phone, because he says, if you need a new boyfriend, keep my number. It's sure looking more and more and more like she needs to call me back and you don't need to be calling me. It's such a... Hey, you don't front on somebody like that, man. You just sit there, and if she said what he said, it's like, okay, well, I'm going to be a good boyfriend because I don't want to lose Yvonne to Earl Parsons. Well, if you do lose Yvonne to Earl Parsons, I sure won't call you up and tell her all of the things I do in bed with her. I'll tell you that for sure. Okay? What about here right now? This is a scientific experiment to fix assholes that can invade your bedroom with cameras. So you can't lie about everything. You have to tell everybody anything and everything you can remember so the technology can function better so we can have privacy from debt and trespass. God, damn, you fuckers are dumb. All right, did you find a possum in your yard? Okay, all right, roadkill.